Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to all on Sundry. Now, this evening, Trinidad and Tobago, the topic today is that plain and simple. Plain and simple. Now, today we are going to take after Raw Talk, and you see, I see no pleasure in attacking any individual like myself. But from time to time, Trinidad and Tobago, it is necessary to take steps like this because there are several people outside there trying to draw narratives on what we are doing and what we are saying within the public space. And there are many things that I don't like, that I need to speak on. And I don't like people misrepresenting what I said. So with love, Trinidad and Tobago, I am taking this position today as to express a point and break it down logically that you may be able to understand where we are coming from. And today there must be no shadow of a doubt within your mind as to what we stand for in this country. So to everybody here on the live, friend or no friend, enemy or no friend, or no enemy, or people who just come in to listen, I hope or you carry back the message within full. So to those that are joining us here from on TikTok, if you want a rerun on what is taking place, join it there on YouTube too. Because you know when we done a live on TikTok here, it disappear. But you can join us on YouTube as well, where we'll find the follow-up and find the reason behind what we were saying. Now Trinidad and Tobago, just a few days ago, could be just about 2 weeks, a NASCAR Naman would have done a live, and that scumbag from Tobago, Lyndon Mack, would have joined the live. And in joining that live, Candace Edwards would have taken a position as to instruct the host, a matter of fact, as to pull down Lyndon Mack. And we all know what Lyndon Mack stand for. And if you don't know Trinidad and Tobago, if you don't know what that lick bottom scumbag from Tobago stand for, let me remind you. But before we go into that, after the live would have done take place, we would have seen Raw Talk would have taken the social media. She have thousands of followers. She would have taken the social media and indulged herself in a conversation in which at that time I was forced to respond with a video on TikTok. We would have posted it on Facebook, and we would have posted it on Instagram on all handles, Workers' Rights 868. So let's play the first violation from Raw Talk. A sister, I still consider she to be a sister. We ain't going into enemy mode yet, because trust me, I ain't afraid that too. So first video.
Just come and ask me to speak on topics because they will never agree with me, and they will never like me. Grab a snack, let it plant a bit. All they want to know, what is my take on the NCW and Matara Bacchanal? And I have to tell you this. They have no NCW and Matara Bacchanal. Let me go again. All they ever hear the theory of the red ants and the black ants? You take red ants and black ants and you put them to live in a bottle of jar together. They get in air, they get in water, they get in everything that they need. And they live perfectly well in the corners. Nobody vexes nobody. You take that same jar and you shake it, and those ants go to water the death till you have a jar of dead ants. But it was living good. But guess who they vex with? The red ants vex with the black ants. The black ants vex with the red ants, and nobody vex with the person who shake the fucking jar. And this is a scenario of that. NCW made a political choice to join the UNC. The UNC then was successful in winning the elections. Other individuals also made the same choice to join the UNC, but did not get the favor of the UNC after their success. So then they became bitter, they become angry, rightfully so. If I go for you hard, and then you win the election, and then you're seeing other people getting through, they're getting things, other people, not the rest of the country, just the people who went down for you hard. And they are getting no thanks in reward, no jobs, they're hungry in the house, they're suffering, and the rest of the country who did not go for you, that will cause bitterness. But you know who are they fighting? Not the government that not giving all the same benefits that they're giving the others, that they're giving Matara, they're giving anything. All they're busy fighting the other people who were successful and who are being rewarded. That making sense? That not making no sense to me. That making I don't do stupid shit.
So Trinidad and Tobago, that was the first time that I would have heard Raw Talk would have tried to change over the story in which we have been bringing towards social media from time to time. Now, just to refresh your memory, Trinidad and Tobago, let me bring up this video here so you can see, just for it to stay in line with what we are talking about. So, the girl would have made a video based on that. Yes, based on that. Based on that. Now, let me tell you, let me give some confirmation as to where it is. It's not no red ants and no black ants. But to shake up it. It was the government decide to feed one set of people and leave the next set of people hungry. People in the country. Firing people on left, right, and center. And at the end of the day, when we come and talk about it, you trying your best to say things that we did not say. And that is what I have a problem with. You cannot be a government and a government for one set of people at all. And when people make comments on stupid things in which the government is doing in this country, and when we are forced to attack with fellow brethren, or you try to repurpose the story, but I will never have something like that on this platform. Mado, watch a bunch of social media activists and them that is being paid handsomely. Yes. Watch them. Watch them.
Watch them. We come to stage, and you see this squad will make sure that the UNC stay forward. So let them pat down now.
They were not listed on paper as an influencer unit, but sources inside WASA say that is what they became. Guardian Media found 9 social media influencers among 416 people hired or engaged by WASA between April 29th and November 30th, 2025. Their monthly salaries totaled around $85,000. The 9 included well-known personalities such as Stark Grimes, Natty Royal, Matara French, Mr. Miss, and Twiggy. Guardian Media reviewed videos showing some of them wearing WASA-branded shirts in offices and on project sites. In one video, some supported the government's $3.4 billion HDC contracts to 11 contractors. contracts now under review by the Office of the Procurement Regulation. A WASA source said some of the influencers were placed around corporate communications to respond to online criticism. The source also alleged some were not qualified or useful to WASA's core work. When contacted for a comment, one of the influencers, Stark Grimes, said the issue was a pointless conversation because, in his view, many people were already working at WASA who were not qualified. An internal WASA recruitment report said post-election hires were needed to address manpower shortages across multiple departments, but it did not identify who selected or approved candidates, whether posts were advertised or if interviews were conducted. Guardian Media found only 3 vacancies advertised within the last 13 months. Guardian Media obtained screenshots of a February 1st WhatsApp status of then-acting Human Resource Director Mervyn Gibson. The message, believed to have been posted in error, referred to 2 names sent by the CEO for immediate hire. It said the people were to be called on Sunday to report early Monday and start work. Gibson resigned the next day. In February, Guardian Media requested WASA's hiring records under the Freedom of Information Act, seeking recruitment documents and payroll details, but WASA passed the request from its FOIA officer to an external firm. WASA's external attorneys requested 42 more days to process Guardian Media's FOIA request without explaining the legal basis, while WASA said the matter involved operational, legal, and personnel issues under review. Public Utilities Minister Barry Padarath could not be reached for comment. Elizabeth Gonzalez, CNC3 News.
Now Trinidad and Tobago. The red ants and the black ants, one ant getting fed. And the rest of the country is starving. And the narrative that we are spewing here on this platform is based on that. So, without further ado, let me bring up, there is a second list that is inexistent. And what the names on that list, Trinidad and Tobago? UNC Strategic Communication Team. And if Trinidad and Tobago, that many of you outside there are observers, intelligent observers, observers with a propensity to detect certain things, that in criminology, when you check the comments of each of the individual on the list, we may not be able to see in their bank accounts every month, but you could see the description, the roles on the list. It is consistent with each individual there. The only thing that we don't have access to is the bank account. But yet still, you ain't gonna hear Raw Talk talking about that. You ain't gonna hear Lyndon Mack talking about that scumbag from Tobago that devoted his time and attention to lock up a little girl to keep she away from her children. That is what he do. That scumbag from Tobago. But hold your horses, Lyndon. We coming to you next. The conversation today is about the statement of Raw Talk. And the second thing that would have get me mad, Trinidad and Tobago, is this statement here. Let me play the statement from Raw Talk first. Let me play the statement from Raw Talk first. And I want you to understand, anybody that feel that don't want to answer, we will pull you up. I know you're going to get a chance to talk.
I have seen you all on lives. I've seen you all bashing the government. I've seen you all talking about the hell that you are living in and other citizens are living in. How you can't afford food, how you can't afford clothes, you can't afford the bare minimum, how you're suffering, how other people are suffering, how you feel empathy for the people who lose their jobs. I have seen. I have also seen the abuse that you all have delivered to people who have a different opinion from you. The way you shut them out of your lives, the way you pull them from the box, the way you degrade them, curse them, and otherwise try to humiliate them. The lesson in this is that no man stands alone. The UNC government was not voted in by one person and the rest of people were just sitting down. They won by a landslide and they won by a majority. And the people who did that, a lot of the people who did that still believe in this UNC government. And no matter what you have witnessed and you have seen, they are confident that their government, the government that they voted for, was the right choice, continues to be the right choice, and will do right by them and the country. That is their opinion, and they are entitled to it. Just as you are entitled to your opinion that the government is the worst government that you have ever seen and you want back the PNM government. My opinion is that we, the Trinidadian people, have to come out of this UNC PNM era and want better for ourselves. We live in an age where we have the internet and we see other countries and what other countries have achieved by having a non-corrupt government, what other countries have achieved by having public servants that know their place and know that they work for the people and not the people working for them. The thing that both sides have in common, both the UNC supporters and the PNM supporters and everybody who in between, who are neither PNM nor UNC but have an opinion, is that you have a right to speak. You should have a right to say how you feel. You should have a right to express yourself. And instead of fighting each other, we should be fighting to maintain that right to say how we feel. That freedom of speech without being arrested, without the fear of being arrested, without the fear of being victimized, the fear of being homeless, without the fear of somebody doing something to you because you hold an opinion that they don't agree with. He says the UNC is still far better than the PNM. After seeing all that has happened in the past year and some, this is this person's opinion and they are entitled to it. What we should be fighting instead of fighting each other is for the right to be able to stand. This person have the right to say this. Whether I agree or disagree, I will fight for the right for this person to say this.
Now, when you hear that statement, Joshua Samaru, father, has been arrested. Alyssa Phillip has been arrested. The Hadids and them arrested. Numerous activists would have been arrested. Did anybody made any statement other than us as to the wrongfulness of those detention orders? But you ain't hearing nobody condemning the government. The people who saying that we should fight for rights to speak, you ain't hearing that at all. You're not hearing that, Trinidad and Tobago. But you're there defending a scumbag from Tobago who somebody made a statement. A statement that get arrested. That scumbag Lyndon Macklin. Let me tell you who raw talk defending. Who raw talk defending. Let me tell you who raw talk defending. And then at the end of the day, you're coming after this group. This is this scumbag from Tobago, Lyndon Mac. And it's kind of long, and people are going to try to cut it short because I want you to understand. Or you're talking about the rights of people, conflating the issues that we have been bringing here on this platform. And then expect we to entertain that scumbag that is without honor from Tobago, that political vagrant that they call Lyndon Mack, that have no credibility at all in my book. He's a man that I used to listen to. We used to have conversations. And now what this scumbag is saying is he's ignoring the sufferings of the people. A man who ought to know better, who ought to speak out on behalf of people, want to come up on people live. Strong-minded people. To carry on what conversation? Man, let me come to the point here, you know. Let me give you a brief overview of this scumbag.
Tobago's outspoken activist turned silent UNC loyalist. A timeline of shifting morals, public betrayal, and hypocrisy. For years, Lyndon Mack, the 39-year-old community activist and self-proclaimed human rights defender from Barton Drive, Bon Accord, branded himself as Tobago's fiercest watchdog. With over 46,000 Facebook followers, Mack cultivated a reputation as a fearless voice against injustice, corruption, and government abuse. Through Vault Studios Limited, his entertainment startup, he often spoke about empowering Tobago's youth, even seeking state funding years ago to pursue an animation degree at Full Sail University in Florida. The public defender who condemned governance failures. Mack's activism reached national attention during the 2024 police town hall meeting, where he delivered a fiery speech criticizing slow police response times, the collapse of community policing, the lack of protection for small business owners, government neglect of ordinary citizens. His message was clear: any government that fails its people must be held accountable. 2023 to 2024, court appearance and rising public profile. Around late 2023 to early 2024, Mack appeared before the Scarborough Magistrates Virtual Court charged with disorderly behavior. Despite this legal issue, he continued positioning himself as a bold dissenter, a man unafraid to confront political power. His brand depended on appearing independent, aligned with the people, not any political party. 2025, the turning point, Mack's sudden embrace of the UNC. After the UNC victory on April 28, 2025, which ushered in a sea of yellow, something changed dramatically. Videos began circulating around early May 2025 showing Mack praising the UNC, defending their actions, and echoing talking points he once condemned. This shift was shocking because he had publicly attacked the PNM in 2023 to 2024 for policies he now calmly accepts from the UNC. He once called for shutting down programs like URP, SEPUP, and forestry, accusing them of corruption and inefficiency, yet he now defends the same structures when under UNC control. He previously claimed activists must hold all governments accountable, but now he refuses to criticize the new administration. To many, this was the moment he crossed the line from advocate to apostle of convenience. Silence in the face of UNC's job cuts and abuses. After taking office, the UNC announced large-scale cuts to contract workers across ministries, funding reductions to PNM-linked state enterprises, increased funding and opportunities in UNC constituencies. These actions, between May and July 2025, threw thousands into hardship, mirroring, and in some cases exceeding, the very policies Mack once condemned when the PNM was in power. Yet the once fiery activist suddenly went silent. No Facebook Live videos. No posts defending workers. No condemnation of unequal treatment. No criticism of victimization. No outrage for families losing their livelihoods. The same man who called PNM abusive for public sector mismanagement refuses to utter a single word about UNC job cuts or political bias. A betrayal seen and felt by the people. Tobagonians who supported Mac for his supposed integrity now view him as a traitor to the people. A man who shifted his moral compass for political comfort. A selective activist whose principles change with the color of the flag. A former watchdog who now guards the gate for the very power he once challenged. The disappointment is widespread because this is not just political alignment, it is abandonment. Mac criticized the PNM for putting party before people, yet he is now doing exactly what he condemned. History will mark him for this. Activists are judged not by who they oppose, but by whether they remain consistent when power changes hands. And by that measure, Lyndon Mac has failed spectacularly. His legacy, once built on defiance, is now clouded by the appearance of opportunism and hypocrisy. The people of Tobago, those who once trusted his voice, now speak the final verdict. Lyndon Mac did not just change sides, he changed values. And history will mark him as the activist who betrayed the people when they needed him most.
What is going on with Lyndon Mac?
Everybody, how are you doing? So earlier today, I had a message, sent a message that Miss Aliana 265, she was taken by masked men, by two SUVs, unmarked SUVs. She was at her mom's house and they know her husband knows her whereabouts, right? And all of this comes on the heel of Lyndon Mac's email. Hi Lyndon Mac.
My content was about sarcasm and I will fix it between normal.
What you need to stop doing is lying to the public. You're full of nonsense. But wait, let me just educate you now, because although you pulled down your video, we have it, you know. I want you to remember what you said to the public, because what we want to say here, get a nice attorney. That's what you need to do. Get an attorney at law and turn yourself in. That's what we want you to do. Don't make the police have to come and find you in. Alright. But in case you really forget, because I feel that is the issue here. You forget what you said on the internet, no problem.
So, to the hider, this fine specimen! Hey!
So Trinidad and Tobago. So there are people was vexed. And the person that I'm talking about, there may be other people, but are specifically talking about Raw Talk here tonight. So when Candace Edwards would have indicated to the host at the time, pull down that sellout, that scumbag from Tobago, all of a sudden everybody have an opinion and want to protect the rights of Lyndon Mac. Lyndon Mac is a scumbag. The words of Lyndon Mac, instead of he talk about the CPEP situation, he was more interested in having an outraged citizen go to jail. That is what he was more interested in. And I fully support the move to have him offer any life that makes sense. That talking about what the government doing, because he is not doing it. Because his level of activism was fake. And there are people, Trinidad and Tobago, that we must turn our ears off to, and Lyndon Mac is one of them. Without fear or favor saying it. And I had a lot of things to go into this editorial, but I want to wrap it up here. I want to wrap it up with a word from the Bible, from the King James Version, KJV. And let me load on this because I want you to hear me properly before I open the panels and get the opinions of other people. This scripture is coming from the book of Jude. Jude, a matter of fact. Jude, chapter 1 and verse 9. There was a time that when Moses would have died, nobody don't know where Moses' body was. And the rationale after we would have read this passage was based on the fact that the devil wanted the body to tamper with it. It would have be a memorial, and pastors talk about it after today, up till today. And the passage from Jude, from the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, does not bring railing accusations, but said, the Lord rebuke you. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, there are sometimes that you mustn't argue with people. You mustn't bid them to speak, because you don't already know the type of nonsense that they are on. So it didn't make sense to come here and say, boy, what you have to say, you don't know. You already know the motive of these people and them. If you check their lives, if you check, if you check their lives, if they check their comments on their pages, you will know what they are about. And they are up to no good. And again, I say I'm reading one scripture. Let me read some more in the book of Mark. In the book of Mark. Mark chapter 1, verse 22 to 26. But Jesus rebuked you, saying, be quiet and come out of him. He was casting out devils. In the book of Luke, chapter 4, 33 to 35. But Jesus rebuked him, saying, be quiet and come out of him again. He didn't want nobody, he didn't want no demon to speak. And sometimes we had to tell the devil, hush him out. That is the point we have to reach, Trinidad and Tobago. So when you trying to defend the devil right to speak, the devil is outside here to kill, steal, and destroy. Lyndon Mack have no right on no platform to pilot no word from no government, because we already know what this scumbag is about. And I could go on. Let me read the next one. Luke chapter 4, verse 41. And the demon also come out, crying out, and he rebuked them and did not allow them to speak, for they know he was the Christ. My God, Trinidad and Tobago, whenever an unclean spirit, Mark chapter 3 verse 11, whenever an unclean spirit went out and saw him and cried out, you are the Son of God. But he strictly warned them that they should not speak and should not make him known. Trinidad and Tobago, how the hell they are activists fighting for the rights of a man to speak, regardless of what they are seeing. The rest of Trinidad and Tobago is suffering. People losing their jobs. This government is doing the most, and you are fighting for a man's rights to talk good about the government. Road Talk Days where I draw the line. There is where I draw the line. My God, fight for the people who lost their work. Fight for the whole of CPEP, the whole of URP, the whole of forestry. Fight for them. Don't fight for this scumbag from Tobago. This political imps. Since the other day I wanted to deliver this message. I studied all out. I bite off my tongue. I say, boy, you know, Raw Talk, I mean, we good, we talk, we from the same party. But oh God, I can't leave this. I can't leave this alone, because I am seeing what people is going through in this country, because they don't have a voice. I see Alyssa lock up for nothing. I see Jason De Silva lock up for nothing. I see Olive Jack lock up for nothing. I see the Arids lock up for nothing. I see Danny Guerra lost his life for supporting the UNC and asking for retribution. And with that, Trinidad and Tobago, let me open the panel. Good night to the people on the panel. Miss Candace Edwards, good night to you. Good night, Candace Edwards.
Hi, pleasant good night, Mr. Renison, and pleasant good night to everybody in the comment section. Well, I saw a Raw Talk video. I saw that video, and I didn't listen to the rest. And apparently, Raw Talk has a problem with the fact that I would have told the person that was running the platform the night to pull him down. You see, let me tell you something, eh? When you listen to that gentleman talk, you're hearing total biasness. You're seeing a person that is about himself. You understand? Because if it is, you could orchestrate a whole scene for a woman to be locked up. You understand? And be sent to jail, taken away from her family, her young children. You had to be the most heartless person that ever lived. You hear what I'm telling you? And then you want to come up on a live that the workers' rights and the Let Your Voice Be Heard program on. I had to run him like a dog and I didn't care. I didn't care. Because I see you, Jeffrey, you had a video up where he was fighting for the people back then. What happened now? Cat got his tongue? I thought he said he's standing for the people. I thought he said he was standing for the people. What happened now? But your blue vex, you and Madam Raw Talk. I find, you see, Raw Talk, I suppose nice to talk to she and thing, eh? But I find Raw Talk needs to start a mind she business. And stop putting herself in things that doesn't concern her. Because I hear Raw Talk coming out and saying anything either on behalf of the people. If you notice how Raw Talk does talk, she neither for, she neither against, she always about herself. And always grab a snack like we blag a bit. Always some kind of somebody, because some kind of background, some kind of confusion, somebody insulting, she insulting somebody. When there are other important things you can talk about, if you want to be neutral, stay neutral and talk about the ills that is happening in the country. But you want to run up to defend a man who make a woman like yourself go to jail. No, I ain't saying what the woman said was right. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I help vote in the UNC. We have to have respect for Ms. Kamala Persad because I always say that. Right? The remark the young lady makes, she was wrong. All you could have cautioned she. You understand? Let her apologize. But you, Mr. Lyndon Mack, aid and abet for this young lady to go to jail, and then you want to come on whole platform to spread what kind of narrative, to spread what kind of negative energy. I don't care. I don't want him on my platform. Anyone on my team is to ever bring him up there, that will be the last of them. I swear to God, and I don't swear. Yeah, I tell you, that man is a very biased man. That man is a very wicked man. I listened to that man talk. And Mr. Jeffrey, from the first time when we brought him on our platform, I think it was a Bacchanal Saturday program we had, from the way how that man talk, I would have told Mr. Jeffrey, I say, see, that man, my spirit, I take that man at all. That man is not a nice person. He tried to befriend me on TikTok after a while, and I just block him because I don't like his spirit. I don't like his spirit. So you say you fighting for the people. Look how much time people going home. You are people going home. People on the breadline. How come you ain't talking about that? And you're glad to see a young lady go to jail. You're telling she go and get she lawyer. Go and a poor woman. Eh? I cry shame on that man. You hear what I'm telling you? And nobody must encourage that man on any platform they have. And I'd say that with no apologies. That man is not a nice person. And as for Raw Talk, I find Raw Talk should mind she business. Nobody can come on. Raw Talk has been all kind of platform. Actually on her platform. You never see me going on Raw Talk platform and trying to choke my mouth to talk this and talk that. I find them should mind their business. They're too damn bold face. Nobody not harassing them. She making videos and she talking and she talking and she talking. She ain't calling my name. But I find she should call my name. You understand? Even if she should call my name, I wouldn't drop my standard as low as them. Raw Talk need to mind she business and stay off her people live. Though she does what she and all not welcome on no platform that we run in here. None. Because I'll do the same and embarrass her. That is my contribution for the while. I see them videos and I get vexed because I didn't listen to she whole video. You trying to talk about red ants and black ants? That's all you could talk about, and you come up to defend. You come up to defend NCW and he bullshit. You come up to defend Lyndon Mack and he bullshit. I want to ask Raw Talk how much money she get paid for. How much you pay she? When you have glass house, you don't pelt stone.
Right, so we are Candace Edwards. We have Anaskana Moon. Good night to you.
Good night, Candace. Good night, Geoffrey. Good night, everyone. And I was there when Lyndon Mack had jump up and take this girl video and say, yes, she had to get locked up. And this man took my video and had people bashing me. And I couldn't believe that he would stoop so low just to get favors. And that girl suffered in jail. I would make video after video for her behalf. Even with Olive, he was saying it was good for her. I believe he don't like females. I am of the opinion he don't like females and he wanted me to talk to him. I will not be having any conversations with him. And I've been watching Raw Talk for the longest while. Ever since she got her electricity, she got that service done by Padarat. She has been slanting and her views she is trying hard not to seem as though she's supporting the UNC. But it is clear as day. It is clear as day which side she is picking, and she tries to downplay it. And we're not stupid, we're not dumb. We seeing you. We seeing you. And the fact that you could defend NCW, nah, girl. And you want to talk to me? You want me to call you and tell you what? No, girl. No. That is not the way. People suffering, people hungry, people jobless. You have to be real. You have to be fair. You have to call a spade a spade. People not having. And I've been watching, I didn't even comment on your videos because I was like, you for real? You throwing that talk for us? And saying all those things, girl, and you seeing what going on, because you have electricity, it doesn't bother you? No, girl. No. You and Lyndon Mack, all you could stay where all is. All you could stay where all is. Posting and talking all the propaganda, all you could stay where all is. We're not on that. We're not supporting that. I am supporting the PNM and Penny. I could come out and say that. Why you can't come and say you're supporting the UNC? Be real. Be real and say you're supporting the UNC and pick your side. But don't try to fool people and play with words and pretend like if you is one of the undecideds. And if you notice, whenever like things happening, all she would play is UNC win. She wouldn't come out and make a commentary against them. Who knows what deal pass? Who knows? But I'm saying you have to be real. You have to be real. And Lyndon Mack, we didn't forget what you did. We didn't forget what you did to those women. You had this girl suffering in jail. You had this girl couldn't see her children. I had to go and get in touch with her mother to find out what's going on. I calling this girl mother where she is. Nobody knows where she is. Me and Mr. Breeze went down and check on. Do what we could do. Aliana is my girl now. And all because of what you did. All because of what you did. And what did they give you? What did they give you? I sure didn't give you nothing. And you're still there, behind them. I don't know when they will wake up and realize that they don't like you. They don't like you. You are just a tool. And you will continue to push the agenda against your own people. Something wrong with all you. Something wrong with all you. All you not seeing that all the people suffering, that people suffering. And I just wonder what you just do for a living. What you just really do for a living. And I wouldn't even talk about the fact that you went in Aliana inbox and you was vexed how she turned you down. I ain't gonna talk that. I ain't gonna talk that. Because I know a lot. Right? You have this kind of thing when you propositioning females and you get rejected. That is where all that stems from. Right? I remember, Brother Man, I want no conversation with you. Leave me alone. Don't you could if you want you could take a snapshot, post it on your page. But Brother Man, leave me be. And that is my contribution.
Well, Trinidad and Tobago, you're hearing what taking place. And you see, I want you to understand that we're not at war with Raw Talk. You know? We want Raw Talk to come clean with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Tell the people whose side that you are on. Tell them. Don't operate like if you're independent. Don't talk about we and not talk about we at the same time. You have strong points, you have strong issues. Talk about that. But adding how this government is advantaging people, adding the diplomatic passport that was pulled from the both prime ministers, because this government, this UNC government, don't want to look bad again. They want Stuart Young to go Venezuela again and make them look like imps. So they're pulling diplomatic passport until she trying to sit down on the lap of the Antigua president, prime minister, matter of fact, president or prime minister. All because she want to look in a certain way, but this whole Caribbean, they don't like you. They do not like you. All we want, Trinidad and Tobago, is for people to be truthful concerning the issues that is at hand. Don't lie to we. Don't come with no falsehood and playing that everybody more holier than thou. And you defending this clown that they call Lyndon Mack. This political clown. Not only doing the political goody look back. Every time he get a chance, it under the UNC dress. He don't have no opinion on his own. It's what Kamala say, and we try to soften it down to the public and make the message palatable. That is what you is about. That is what David Wells is about. That is what Heavy Duty is about. And that is what men like Kingsley is about. A black man that had strong, powerful views that people used to listen to. And now you become a clown. A imps that the UNC control. Good night to the rest of the panel. Trinity, good night. Good night, Trinity.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Mr. Workers. Good night, Anastasia. Good night, Warrior. Good night, Chatter. Good night, YouTube. Good night, TikTok. I'm not going to say anything about Lyndon Mark because, one, it's not because I'm afraid of him. I'm definitely not. I have to observe Lyndon Mark better to see what I have to see. Well, you know Lyndon Mark longer than me. So once I observe him and see exactly who he is, I will come back and talk about him. But I can talk about Raw Talk.
Raw talk can't talk about nobody. Let me tell you why I dislike that creature. And yes, I call she a creature because I watch she. Let me tell you why I dislike that creature. Raw talk is a vindictive, wicked individual. That is why Karma does hit she every single day. That is why Karma don't ever miss she address. The first time I ever bounced up Raw talk on TikTok is when she was beefing with Kitty and Kemba. I don't know if you know Kemba, but I ain't gonna explain about Kemba's situation. Kemba have a child who had multiple surgeries, and she broadcasted all over TikTok showing she's on journey and everything. Stop. Right? She broadcast she child journey and everything. Oh, excuse me. Carla, what you crying for? What you crying for? Right? And basically what happened is she was on a WhatsApp group with people, and she called Kemba's son retarded. And apparently plenty people did not like that, including Kitty. And I don't know if Kitty had an opinion on it, and she run and she tell everybody Kitty had AIDS. These are the kind of things Raw talk does be saying about people. You cannot put your mouth on people and your house ain't shit. You understand? Raw talk does take people bacchanal and make it hers. I remember 2 people having bacchanal, and Raw talk make a 10-part series. A 10-part series on people bacchanal, and it did not involve her. You understand? You sit down on TikTok every single day with your retarded looking no-teeth ass, and you literally talk shit about people on a daily. And when people come for you, you're playing victim. The victim mentality is what I don't like about raw shit. I said, and of course you will talk raw shit. I just call she. You understand? That creature talks about everybody under the sun but herself. That is why when the people come and raid the place that you was not even renting, that you took for yourself, where you bite the man like you some type of animal, nobody was sympathetic with you. Everybody say it was good for you. Right? That is why when people just call your husband a ete baby, you vex. That is why when people find the dildo and the butt beads and talk about it, you vex. You don't miss nothing. Everything else have to talk about. What for you to talk about Raw talk? You're not talking about it. You want to talk about everybody. Talk about the fact that you was mixing egg and you're dribbling the egg. Talk about you was talking on social media and your teeth fall out your mouth. Talk about that. But you can talk about everybody. You want to come for everybody. You want to talk about black ants and red ants. We know who you're talking about. We ain't dumb. Talk about how the country in a mess. You want to come up on social media and lie. Talk about how Miss Kizelle Jackson locked you off because you're lying about the fridge. When you know you pick up the fridge on the side of the road and talk about, oh, you had a fish 25 years, you buy it. Lying. Talk about how when you went up for politics last year and they got shame on social media because they never put you up to be an MP. They put you up to be a clown. Talk about that. You understand? But Raw talk, I will tell you this. You need to calm yourself. You need to pat down. Stop talking about people. That is why karma hitting you day after day after day. Because you don't know how to leave well enough alone. And I don't know why you ain't come after Trinity yet, because I just tell you all kind of thing. I just tell you, oh God, mind your business. That's not your business. Lyndon Mark and the nurse having an bacchanal, Lyndon Mark and the nurse having drama, you make a series out of it. I block so much of your pages that just keep popping up. Right?
Well, Trinity.
Mind your business. Learn to mind your business. That's all I have to tell you, and I done for the night.
Well, Trinity, I see it in hard. So the producer make sure and let me know play the disclaimer. Let me play the disclaimer immediately.
The content presented on the Workers' Rights 868 YouTube channel is intended for informational purposes only. The content presented on the Workers' Rights 868 YouTube channel is intended for informational purposes only. The channel promotes freedom of expression and encourages questioning of allegations that are in the public domain. Any opinions, views, or statements expressed in the videos are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the views of Workers' Rights 868.
Alleged persons mentioned in the content are invited to provide a rebuttal or clarification by contacting us at the following phone number, 333-176. We strive to maintain fairness and open dialogue, allowing all parties involved an opportunity to address any concerns or inaccuracies that may arise. Please note that the information shared on this channel does not constitute legal advice, and viewers are encouraged to seek professional advice for specific legal matters. Workers' Rights 868 does not endorse or condone any illegal activities, and the content is not intended to create a client-attorney relationship. Viewers are urged to use their discretion and critically assess the information presented.
Right, so we had was to go there just now there because some of the information that was presented by Trinity is information that exists within the public domain, and she would have just been remitting some of the information. So
I apologize.
Right. So we have Chatter on the platform. Chatter, what's your comment on the platform here tonight?
Yeah, good night to Candice, Trinity, to you, and everybody else who listening to us, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Just simple to say, right, Jeffrey, we coming up here and we speaking on behalf of the people, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We speaking about the unjust and the victimization what this UNC government is dishing out daily to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And people like Raw Talk and Lyndon Mark, they cannot come up and try to change the narrative of our program. They cannot come up and tell us what to say. You understand? Because when Lyndon Mark and Raw Talker is holding their program, you don't see none of us coming up there and trying to change them opinions. So them cannot come up here first to begin with and tell us what to say. You understand? Because we speaking on behalf of the people. People who cannot speak for themselves, people who don't have a voice, we are speaking on behalf of the people, right? And Lyndon Mark, first to begin with, Lyndon Mark don't like women. What that man do to that young lady, that man is a despicable man, right? You set up that young woman to get arrested, taken away from her children. You understand? Who man does that, boy? Who real man does that? You understand? And what you do that for? For favors from the UNC government? To get on Kamala's good side, to show she was a loyal and is a good lick bottom? That's the reason why you did that? You understand? And if you could do that to that young lady, what are you willing to do to the rest of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? How far are you willing to go? You worse than the NCW and the Stacks and the Twiggy and them. You worse than them. You understand? You sell your soul for 30 pieces of silver, you know, literally, you know. You understand? And raw talk is a waste of time. You understand? Raw talk can't come and tell nobody what to do or what to say. Raw talk had to watch her chill life before she could come and speak about anybody. You understand? Not even Kizel Jackson when she around her again. That just to show you. Nobody likes raw talk. Raw talk does only come to make a bacchanal. And you only side in with the UNC because you get a HGC apartment. They kick you out of the people in them house, right? They throw everything on the side of the road. They beat up your husband. And you get somebody feels sorry for you and you get a HGC apartment. So that is why you're trying to lean towards the UNC. Because probably it's them assist you to get the HGC apartment. But raw talk, mind your business. You understand? Hold your platform, you talk your back and all and thing. Nobody don't come and tell you don't say that. Mind your business. That's what you need to do. You understand? And try and get your husband from smoking that coke we on right now. That is what you need to do. Focus on your family. Tell your husband, hug you up in the night and stop hitting that pipe. That's my comment.
Well, Trinidad and Tobago, as I say, everybody have their own comments based on what they are seeing and what they would have heard within the public domain. And, you know, Trinidad and Tobago, to end off this thing here with this raw talk and NCW nonsense, with raw talk and Lyndon Mac, all of them is traitors. I put them in the same bag. Because at the end of the day, there are people in this country that don't have a voice. There are people in this country that is dependent on what we are doing here today. And to say in the least, what we are doing here takes a lot from us. It takes a lot because there are people who know who we is. And there are people that is getting sidetracked because of what we are doing here. But yet still, many of you, literally yesterday, a man followed me through Port of Spain. It gave me frightened. Until the man come up and say, hey, you is the man with us beyond the workers' rights. I say, yes, I is the man. He say, boy, this country in turmoil. I say, yes, this country in turmoil. And what we are going to do about it, he say, we supporting him 101%. He say to tell Candace, hello when I see she. But Trinidad and Tobago, as I said, what we are doing here, we need all hands on deck. We need you to understand the sacrifice that many of us is making here. When I could have been somewhere drinking a beer, I could have been somewhere hugging up, I could have been somewhere doing something. As I said, some of us here could have been doing something else, trying to make an extra dollar. But we are here to speak on the issues that is affecting not just us, but the people within our village who we come close to. Or some of you travel, any taxi drivers bawling, people in traveling, work closing down all over Trinidad and Tobago. And as I say, what is hurting me the most is to hear our words being twisted and meant to say what we did not mean. And all we are saying, that if you is a brother, if you is a sister, stand up, say something. Don't let people come with false narrative to change the scope of what we are saying or what we are doing here on this platform. Trinidad, let me play a video again concerning a statement that was made by Denzel Washington, who you will say violent Trinidad and Tobago, who you will say that is not supporting and is not saying what is taking place in this country. Listen to this clip. Take it in real good. Take it in real good.
Someone is putting a rope around your neck to hang you, and you fight this man to get the rope from around your neck. Who's violent? The one that's putting the rope around your neck or the one that's fighting to get the rope off of your neck? I mean, anyone would fight in that situation. So he was just saying, get the rope off your neck, you know, by any means necessary.
Hello. By any means necessary. Fighting. Yeah, we fighting. There's a fight. And to you that are outside there, we really going and open the bank account number, and we will distribute it from what today is. Today is Monday. We will see if we could put it out at least by Friday. And to those that want to donate to the program, could do so on the bank account that we will provide you on Friday. But at this point in time, I want to ask the rest of the panelists what any of you outside there may want to add. Before I open it back again, Trinidad and Tobago, I would have gotten some information from some people that would have sent it. There are various forms of recruitment that is taking place now within this country. It have the Air Guard, it have the prisons, and I believe it have the police service that is recruiting people at this point in time. And let me see if I want to send the pictures for you to see. So you can look forward to that despite what is taking place in the country. If now is a chance for you to get into these establishments, and you're looking now, they're giving out, now they are recruiting people. This year I believe is the prison one. This is prisons. So army, just let me put it up on the screen for you to see. Right, that is Trinidad and Tobago Regiment. They are recruiting people. So if many of you members of the public are interested, there are people that 2026 they are recruiting people within the prison service. Let me pull the one from the police. Police. Right, Air Guard. Recruiting people from the Air Guard service. Right, if you are interested, I believe that the QRC code, what we will do, we go post it up on our Facebook page. So if you are interested, members of the public, the Air Guard is recruiting. And it have another one just now. Let's put that up on the screen for you to see. Coast Guard is also recruiting too as well. So if this is your career path in this country, or you could sign up for that. I was a member of the regiment at one point in time, and I would have left. So I could tell you it was a very good experience. So that is what is taking place today within our country. Right, so just to move on to other topics. I know Candice and they have their topics lined up. This is a very serious topic here with the Hadids. The Hadids, the bottled water, they're pulling it from off the Carl flight, and we are saying to you, Trinidad and Tobago, that this is a very serious issue. Very serious, more than what we think. I would have witnessed this same trepidation with this same kind of intensity with Danny Guerra, and I see Danny Guerra end up murdered. And lo and behold, we are hearing the same type of thing taking place behind the scene with the Hadids, where he would have obtained the land to put the factory, the Blue Water factory land, where Victor Roberts would have exposed in full. And now we are seeing that they lock him up for some plot. And up to today, they can't produce the plot. So again, it's an open forum discussion. And you know, just to ask the citizens of this country what you think concerning that. So to the panelists, what many of you think, what you and the panel think about this? I see Hayden on the line. Hayden, what's up?
Good, I'm good.
Right, you're good.
I was just here listening. I want to be real, right?
Yes.
It's time for people in this country to get serious. Get serious about the time, get serious about what we want in life, what we want for ourselves. And stop this what we call bacchanal and old talk and talking down on people and making people look small. Then we need to come together as one nation and cry out and shout out and voice ourselves as one nation and stop being timid. Don't let the police intimidate you. Don't let people intimidate you. We are not about the bullying. Bullying days are over. That was way back when. Right? Let us be real. Thank you.
Yes, man. Yes, man. So, to the rest of the panel, Chatta, I know you keep a big life today. I want to congratulate you in your presentation and listen behind the scene. It was very powerful. You understand? And you have a strong, powerful voice on social media, man. I'm just waiting to see you come in the studio and take over the thing. I always know that you would have take over from Candace at some point in time, but I always telling Candace that, but I know.
Chatta is my dog.
This man like bacchanal.
No, I know, Mr. Jeffrey, we move on to another topic here, but I just have to say this before I move on.
Mm-hmm.
I find, to be honest, we on our platform minding we own business. We're not troubling nobody. We're talking about issues that is affecting us in Trinidad and Tobago, respectfully. And I want to know where the hell this Rotok woman come out, and this Lyndon Mack, I mean to go back there, but it finally started to hit me because when I see people blasting she and pulling she down, when I see people pop the dirty looking stove, when people start to come for she churn and all and she husband, I used to get vexed, because I find they shouldn't involve the woman family. But everything Rotok gets from then till now, she deserve it because she cannot mind she business.
Candace, hold on there a second. Let me answer this call. Every people is trying to call all the time. Yeah, well, whoever they call back. Go ahead. Oh, yes, he calling back. Yes, good evening, sir.
Hello, good night, Mr. Jeffrey.
Yes, good night, sir.
Good night, Candace. And good night to all who look up. You see, raw talk and them is political cobbles. She's singing for me two sides of she mouth. Because remember the throughout all she pump bedding and everything out that she plays. So she might be getting a little house under the UNC and she defending that political prostitute saddest man from Tobago, Lyndon Mack. I've been listening to this for the years and them, Them is not for the poor and dumb children they needy, Them is about eat our food, crab in our barrel mentality. They're not like me, a warrior. I don't care what PNM or UNC. When I see things going on in my country, I come out and talk. All I support the UNC. I mean, like to see what's going on, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Because too much are poor and the other people crying out. Look, right now, I working with the work TT.
Mm-hmm.
We're on that. Shaman. Minister work, Minister local government. Right now, it's 5 fortnight now being get paid.
My God.
We go to kind of 4 or 5 in the morning and doing the work. But that's the close down CPAP, the close down European Forestry. They said that all them program had allegedly saying that had corruption. Like they close it down. They bring this job here now. And give people the work and people getting paid all kind of 3 and 4 fortnight. But you take away the CPAP and the they say that the corruption, the money was small. Poor people when they're getting something small, they make it do. They take away that and you ain't giving up, you ain't more than getting paid, only giving your friends and certain people work and all kind of thing. And thing I see a political pipe and a prostitute. Everybody doggy boy. But I think a piece of the program, Roti man, you want to call Kingsley. He accent heavy. But I think about the activists and them who crying out now. Yeah, heavy now, nothing. But you talking and talk city there. He working agency now.
Yeah.
You get something, eh?
Yeah, so I hear heavy duty get a little agency thing now too.
Yeah, and this tight pants one, Mrs. Welch. I see him by coming out of the bank there. And I say, but drink our water. Yeah, drink our water. And jump back in it because you make your body. If I saw for that man, I said, that woman in our man body.
Who is that? That Mrs. Welch you're talking about?
Mrs. Welch.
Right.
Like, you know, cutting teeth.
Right.
You know you get.
No, well.
Bread. I hear you walking with Muila in Minister Energy. What, $2,100 or $2,800 a month. I know what it is. But we're doing mostly investigation. But them telling people in the government radio station and the activists who fight and tell them the UNC hold on. But them get them eating, eh?
Well, we see our list here in let me put up the list on the screen for we see our list here. We are seeing his name there. Look, I seeing David Welch name there, and I seen $26,000 a month.
Well, listen, Jeffrey, it's actually political sprangers and hustlers and talks and Iowa George radio station. What we call Mackerson. So I talking about how me get paid and corner, why what military, what corporation, why hire me, why went and apply online and thing in there. But the work really running under the corporation. I mean, the corporation is supervising the work, but the work under the ministry of local government.
Yeah.
So I call in it that thing in there. He call out in number. Kev, someone see if I can help you with short in the minister, there's that thing in there. They don't nash African people, they don't African people. So share them on the program. I see going for a break. So I call in the program now and talking about this and that and thing and saying what going on with the work on. I can't for me alone, no, Jeffrey. I can't for other workers, you know. You know, right now, they bring out about 5 teams this morning. You know the song they're singing? They're singing a song they're doing charity work.
Yeah,
that's the song.
Charity work? How that charity work?
Charity work. People working and getting paid for 4 or 5 fortnight.
And they're calling that charity work? Boy, what are you telling me, boy?
That was I say they could come like a charity work, could you call people in getting paid, Jeffrey? Man, script up money, go out all kind of 4 or 5 in the morning. Right now, me and my virgin going down. You know, man, you know why the move Jeffrey, right? I gone down at Arama in El Sucro down in Saudi looking for answers. Put the time I go down Kent House. I go down Kent House. That's two nice police officers down there. They're cooperative and this and that. They carry back accounts thing. They tell me they can't give all that information. So I went back a certain government building there, and a nice young girl thing. She called Kent House now. And I show she did contract on the paper. The man, the postman write out and say, no, I'm not going to give information. She telling the girl to tell me, go down Kent, go back by a term in Essex. I said, call back that number. I said, they tell me, go down Kent House to get information. When I go there, she tell me, but hold on, there's that thing in there. When she call back and tell me, where is the number to look at them? You see the run around thing and the thing they put in purple through?
Yeah, boy. A man just was something. And it's
and
up
when
and
you come
down.
out and talk, the singing thing in it. I was cussing PNM, burning down fire on the PNM for the last 9 years plus. Thing in it. I come and get opportunity for a lifetime, 2024, a whole house for my 2 children and them. I cannot be loyal to the PNM. Because me loyal to nobody, you know. Because me loyal to politicians, because I seen the unjust and the wickedness of politicians that tell you to go do this. To give me this. And plus, when African people get a little opportunities, they can help out the black, but they're not helping out. That will make a difference in the East Indian community and them. When I see them get a position, them pulling in Nani, everybody will can pull in, help out the East Indian community, not so?
Yeah, they're pulling in everybody. Everybody from captain to cook.
They pull in baby and all in belly and give them opportunities. As African thing, they come in nice and talking on camera and saying they go do this and do that. So I had a course and he said, so that you call me to give you all that information. When the program is later done, you call it telling them Well, I tried to reach out to the minister and she didn't answer and this and that. But I tell them, use your platform and talk about the point. Don't make the program about me. I come and talk. I not coming and talk on my behalf. I talk for thousands of people. Because I work among thousands of people who getting pay.
Yeah, well,
people 3 and 4 that paying some and then paying some.
Well, KFC, they don't want that. They don't want the program to be slanted in a particular way. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want you to talk bad about the government. They don't want that. You understand? They're running you off. I see they run off people like dog of the government program.
We the government. And the Senate have corruption in your PNC paper thing in there. Why flat corruption in this program? Because you can be paying some and some ain't getting paid, you know. When everybody supposed to be getting paid when the fortnight come. Right, we can a man get 2 checks last week, he get a check, this week he get a check. And he many start the program at the same time. And my brethren and 13 brethren and the gang, them ain't get paid. Well, tomorrow can tell you be visiting me about 4 or 5 of you going down there. We need answers.
Well, right. Well, KFC, thanks for the contribution.
Yeah, tell Roti man he listening to people. You know that they listen and cut out and send for ministers so don't benefit.
Yeah, let us send it.
Man, every day and Kings, I don't care about them. Bless.
Yeah, let us send it. And while we on that topic, I want you to send this too. Send it to them. Because there's the same woman who would have talk about the yellow easy code.
And I'm making this video for Divish. You understand? Yeah, that's not Divish. You say you're helping out the young lady. Watch all the house he lapidated. Right? You say you're helping out the young lady. She had 2 children, a twin. You say you're helping she. You ain't coming and help nobody in Mondo, right? Eh? Look how where I have to reach to. And I could walk in the front. But me walking in the front of that dog there. The girl there, she suffering, not a toilet, not a bath. What it is really going on? Eh? What the MPs them really doing for people in Mondo? And it's not she alone, it have more than one. She have 2 children, 2 girls on top of it. 2 girls, what are they really doing?
Will Raw talk about a situation like that? That is my question. Will Nonmac talk about situation like that? It's simple here in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't want them here on our platform. We don't want them here because that's the government platform. This here is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Them fellas and them done sell the tongue already. And what they're coming with is false narrative. And we don't want that here. Don't want that here at all. So we are ZTT here who always join us. What's up, ZTT?
Yes, man. Pleasant good night to everyone, man. Just tuning in and listening. I'm glad I'm in here tonight because I want to throw out a question for anybody who could answer. The question I throw out is, based on all that is transpiring and being presently, what deal did Penelope Beckers cut with the Prime Minister?
What?
What do you think about that?
Repeat what you just said. I didn't hear you properly.
I threw out a question, you know.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and
we did hear.
We didn't hear you properly.
The question I asking is, before I repeat the question, based on things that happened, based on all the attacks that taken place, nobody, all I noticed, nobody attacking Penelope Beckers, which is unusual for the UNC. That's unusual happening. She's the political leader of the opposition. And they bypassing she with attacks and everybody else. They on Stuart Young back, they on Rowley not even part of the opposition. They on he back, they on Marvin, but the political leader of the opposition. Sometimes you have to see what's going on, you know, when you're watching something through a scope, you know. Right? So the question I'm asking is, what deal transpired between them 2 women?
You don't know deal transfer between them.
Oh, yeah.
You
But
feel
tell
so?
something.
What other type? Go ahead,
Miss
Chantal.
Penelope Beckles, that is a pure woman. She don't have nothing to hide.
That's what you
You
feel.
understand?
I disagree.
What you really saying?
I just pay attention.
So let me ask you something at Zen TV. If you disagree, so what do you feel two of them transpire?
Yeah.
There's a fracture in the PLM.
It's a what?
There's a fracture in the PLM party right now. Between her.
Brother, use your man voice. Use your man voice. We don't hear you properly. What you say?
Just hold on. I said there's a fracture in the party, right? Between her and Stuart Young, right? And I noticed there's a little campaign to bring the party back as one and show the support behind Penelope, right? But in terms of her, she is not voiceful in airing real issues, you know.
As you're saying that, let me bring a tape for you from Penelope Beckers. This is
Before you bring the tape, Mr. Jeffrey, let me ask this man a question. Are you that type of man who think a woman can run the country, or are you that type of man who
just so I'm thinking, because there are people that say that Penelope not boisterous. I mean, listen what she would have said.
To power, we will reinstate the CPEP program. This has been a progressive signature project of the People's National Movement, which has created opportunity, uplifted lives while maintaining and beautifying community spaces. We commit to reopening the CPEP program and improving it to enhance delivery of employment and service. What a shame and disgrace. Imagine you land in the airport and you're traveling on the highway. All you're seeing is bush. Huh? You're coming on the bus route. You coming into the city of Port of Spain. All you're seeing is bush. You may as well call them a government of bush. Yes. We will reopen all the youth programs. Which this government has carelessly shut down, such as the Youth Agricultural Program, the Hoist Program, which trained young people in heavy machinery operation, and almost 50 others. Will reopen the Civilian Conservation Corps.
People, I don't want to go on because there's a lot, and we will think. Penelope Beckers have been speaking about the issues in this country. It's just that there are people tune off her ears and listening to the rhetorics that is taking place behind the scene. Yes, they attack Penny. They say the only thing that they could say about she is that she weak, and that is because the style of governance. Let me put she and Kamala beside one another. Does Kamala's song like Rowley? No, but at the end of the day, the delivery is two different things. And Penelope is doing things in her own way. And if people have a problem with the delivery, listen to the message. Listen to the message. Go ahead, Trinity. Go ahead and say what you have to say.
Before Trinity comes, Trinity, if I may, if you would permit me, darling. You know what I can't understand with some people?
Go ahead now,
Mr. Jeffrey and others, and to the panel. Everybody quick to jump up and try to ridicule Miss Penny to say she's weak, she's slow, she's too apologetic, and all kind of things. But you know, the ones who coming up on here to bump up the gum, the first thing I find they're supposed to say, before they could talk about Penny being all of that, let us talk about the ills in our country, what's going on with the citizens. You understand me? Right now, Penny not in power.
The UNC and Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar and her government are in power right now, and they are calling the shots. And look at what is taking place. Every decision they make is like the cart in front of the horse. They're all over the place. It's all kind of chaos taking place. People crying out since last year, and they ain't taking on nobody. And all people don't want to war the government, you know. All people want is equal rights and justice. To be able to work. They're not looking for handouts. They want to be able to earn their own bread to take care of their family. But all they can say is penny week. Penny week. All right, that's what all they say. But how would you all describe the Honorable Prime Minister?
Who never did a press conference in over a year.
You understand?
A post-cabinet.
Nobody wants to war the Prime Minister. All people, and that's my thing, nobody don't want to bacchanal with the government because you can't fight them, you can't win them. All people want to do is to survive, and yet all they will come up here to say, what? Penny week. Oh God, man, get another fucking script now, man. Somebody else stop.
I don't care when nobody say about Senator. We putting it out here.
Let me ask a question. ZTV, let me ask a question. Did you vote last year?
Yes, I did.
Can I ask who you vote for if you don't mind?
Nah, that's the personal business.
I wouldn't say.
That's the personal business.
No, if you don't want to tell me, let's say he voted. If you didn't vote it, if you didn't vote, I'll tell him he had no right to talk. But what I'm telling you, this ZTV, let me tell you something. Penelope is not new to this. She's true to this. You understand? The reason why she was not saying nothing for the last 10 years is because the pit bull and the little puppy was silencing she. Now she's the opposition. Hey. Now she's the oppositional leader. And in 3 or 4 years, she will be the next prime minister, and she will fix Trinidad and Tobago. Because Miss Penelope Beckles.
Would you agree that in every government there needs a strong opposition, you know, to keep a government in check?
And you think that Miss Penelope Beckles is not strong enough to lead this country? That is what you said?
Are you saying Penelope is not a strong opposition?
I am saying that I am not seeing a level of I'm not seeing that level of strength where the country
is it because Miss Penelope Beckles is not
what other time?
Is it because she don't come up? Is it because she don't come up? Is it because she don't come up on social media and get on like a jam it? Is it because she don't come up on social media?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't because it's not even.
Is it because she's
okay?
Just so that let me hear.
Is it because she's a well collective woman who know what she's about and just move with grace? Is it because of that? Because I'm sure she was coming up and cussing and saying and doing like what Rowley used to do. When Kamala tell him how can't he used to come on the post conference and retaliate and then walk off before they ask him any questions. Because that's what he used to do.
Right, Trinity. Let me hear it from Zed now.
Rowley wasn't my favorite character of a politician, you know, to start with. Right? His style wasn't something that I agreed with through his whole term, his whole 2 terms. So that narrative, what I'm simply saying is that I'm just noticing, I taking note of certain things that take him transpire in the political space, and based on the style and what the ruling party, how they move at people compared to now, it reminds me of the there was a time when Patrick Manning and Pandey was fighting for political survival, right? And then you would have seen, because that was when that was the time when Rowley started to make moves to regain the party, to be leader of the party. and you would have seen a different position taken, right? There is a fracture in the PNM party presently, right? That's no secret.
Let me ask you this, the last question.
Trinity, we had chatter wanted to ask something to. I know.
This question is important.
Right.
If you find Penelope not capable, who from the UNC party would you think is capable to run the opposition?
From the UNC to run the opposition?
When they end up in opposition?
My choice from UNC?
Yeah.
You find Penelope Beckers strong enough?
I can tell you that all fine enough. I will choose Jolene John.
I'm not talking about the UNC, I'm talking about PNM. Okay, hold on. If you find Miss Penelope Beckers is not strong enough to lead the opposition, who do you find in the who do you think PNM is strong enough presently?
Who I find was strong enough presently? You want to know who I would show my support behind?
Yeah.
I would show my support behind Stuart Young.
I know you don't say it's young. It's okay. Your choice.
Who he said?
So I tell you.
Who he says Stuart Young?
Yeah, he says Stuart Young.
I will show my support behind Stuart Young.
I want to get in this. I want to say something.
Just so chatter. Let me hear Xavier since he's fresh. Let me hear Xavier.
Hold on. Listen to the conversation whole night, but this is my part of the conversation I want to get in. Mr. Zed, let me say something to you. Miss Penelope Beckers, in her very ephemeral state as political leader, has done what no other political leader in Trinidad and Tobago have been doing. You know what she have been doing? She have been meeting the people and hearing the concerns of the people. As a matter of fact, if you want to meet the political leader of the PNM tomorrow, you could make a call and she will schedule a meeting with you. No other political leader have been doing that in recent times. Ms. Beckers have been doing something that that other political leader have been neglecting for a very long time. You notice that? Taking care of the ground, the foundation of this 70-year-old party. This is not a time for thing, you know. This is not a time for comparison and saying that you don't like Ms. Beckers, you know. Because only time you're saying that and it's bring down that.
I'm not entitled to my
I agree that you be entitled to your opinion.
I'm trying to understand.
But hold on, Zed. You could be entitled to an opinion, but your opinion could also be foolish as well too. Right?
Well,
you could also have a foolish opinion. Because if you see Ms. Beckers have been working the ground. She have been meeting people. She have been talking to the people. She have visited Laventille. She have been visited Laventille.
Just so Zed.
She visited Laventille twice and she proclaimed that. This is PNM stronghold that no other political leader has done. And this woman is doing thing unprecedented politically. And you all still finding all faults for this woman. I now see this human is responsible for really killing Christ, you know. Because I don't know what all you want again.
Hey, talk to my brother.
I don't know what all you want again. Or I don't know what all you want again. Stuart Young had his opportunity. The country rejected Stuart Young. And I have no problem with if the country decided and say, okay, let's give Stuart Young a chance, I will rally behind him. But as right now, we have Ms. Beckers. Why you all are trying to change the narrative of that? This thing that infuriates me, brother.
Zed, hold on.
Hold on, Zed. Let me finish. Xavier, you finish?
And you know, who's pushing the Stuart Young narrative? There was an opportunity for Stuart Young to come and challenge Ms. Beckers. He chose to abstain and stay away. Let me tell you this. You cannot want to run a race in the Hasely Crawford Stadium and stay in Belmont and cross the finish line. No way it will happen. If you want to collect that gold medal, you have to come on the track. You have to say, on the marks, get set, go, and cross that track and thing. No way it can stay out of a political race for leadership and decide that you want to be political leader. It does not work like that, and it ain't gonna work like that.
Right. So, Zed, let me hear you have a rebuttal based on that.
I just want to find out, is it that Stuart Young has no value to the party.
We are not saying that. We are not saying that he has value. He has some value.
Yes or no?
Yes, he has value.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Right enough.
He has a lot of value.
Yes.
He has a lot of value. But we are saying now that the opportunity for him, if in 2029 he decides that he wants to run against Ms. Beckles and he's successful, I think the contingency of the PNM will support him. But as of right now, you have a man who decided that he's not going to participate. How can Zed, let me ask you this. You wrote CXC. In order to get your 5 passes, did you stay at home? You have to go to the exam room to write the exam.
Hold on there a second, Xavier. We have a foreign caller. Good evening, caller. Good night, Amatafa.
Guys, I only hear a certain noise, but only leave Penny alone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I agree.
Where you going, man?
I don't cuss you, but fuck the Penny haters.
I love it.
I hear man cussing and saying the haters.
Just now. Let me hear the caller. Or you don't joke on the caller, please. Caller, good night.
Toronto in the house, man.
Alright, Toronto in the house. Thanks for your call. You see, we have a heated platform here. And Trinidad, go ahead.
You see the thing about BZ?
The reason why the UNC is in power right now, because of Stuart Young, nobody didn't want Stuart Young there. If they had put Miss Penelope Beckles there, the PNM would have been back in office. The reason why, so I don't know where this man, oh God, I'm so vexed, but this man come up here trying to say.
Zed, I hear that people from the PNM. People from in the PNM, Zed, just now, chatter. People from in the PNM would have now started a message there on the phone and started say they believe that you was sent here by Stuart Young. And I would have gotten that message. From over 5 PNM loyalists.
Tell them thanks. I send my greetings.
Right. I go say that. So Zed, just now, Zed. So were you sent here by Stuart Young? Mr. Zed?
You never say.
I will remain silent.
Okay.
Give it up to the imagination.
We have no feeling. We have no heart.
Just now, look, we have another international caller here. I'm sure there is a man want to ask the question. Go ahead, caller.
No, this is not a man. This is Trini.
Okay.
Yeah, what I want to say is I'm not taking away nothing from Stewie because I don't have an energy minister better than him. His time will come to lead. But right now, the nation need a neutral after dealing with the UNC. We need gentle hands, gentle but firm. We don't need to be fighting them with fire. Strategy is Penny playbook, and that is where she go beat them. Give it time. A matter of fact, we don't even want UNC as an opposition. We don't want them no way close to the parliament.
Yeah. Thanks to the call, caller. Thanks to the call. And you know, people, I want to tell you.
We need a mother. We need a mother.
Hey, only listen to me carefully. Listen to me.
Them spies just coming in here. Them spies and them just coming in here and just trying to narrative.
But chatter, Mr. Workers right. Mr. Workers right.
Yes. Oh, come.
Who is the person with the no face? Who is the person with the no face in the box?
Hello. Me.
Let me say this, right?
Wait. Before you continue, Ole, please.
Yeah.
Please,
one at a time, please.
We don't want a song like those. I ain't bashing nobody, but the other groups and them where everybody's singing like a fish market. We know it's law and order. So hear what? Zed, make your comment, then we'll go to Chatter, then we'll go to Trinity, then we'll go to Xavier, one at a time. We're starting to sound like we in the market selling fish and sieve and bygone. Please, we don't want that. Let us be uniform.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that you see, at the end of the day, we in the same boat, you know. And sometimes, even though you're in the same boat, you might be at different cabins, right? And you know, I am not a thin-skinned guy. Nobody there might know me. I'm a very open person, right? And some of you people here right now, I would have supported some of your views. And you know, it's just laughable to see, well, I come with a different view tonight. And Xavier Cosme, Trinity said this. She pull out your big gun. And what's that? They were saying that. I said, and to me, it's hilarious, you know, because it just goes to show. You see, even within your own camp, sometimes the person who you're fighting side by side with, they will kill you.
No, big man, wait, no. Hey, Solia, you take the thing a little too far. The people in your own camp, it come like this, right? A mother will dislike what a child do, and you will cut it as, but not kill it. What we are doing here to you is not trying to kill you. We're trying to deliver the blows that you may understand where we're coming from a different angle. No, don't talk kill, talk here. No. Don't say that.
I could take blows, you know.
All right, so here what's going on.
Time longer than twine, and that's what I
But you see, when they come here and they start to talk about our political leader, we have a problem with it. We talk about what them doing to the people of the country. Talk about penny week and penny week, my ass. You deserve your costs. You merit the cost. So we hear from somebody else now. Xavier, let me hear you. I taking over this thing here now. Xavier,
all I just saying, Zed, we are on the same team. We have a common enemy. We are on the same team. We love Stuart Young. Stuart Young bring plenty substance to the party. And I think he will make an excellent prime minister. As of right now, there's one political leader in the People's National Movement. And I am throwing my support, my whole household. Because who ain't supporting Penny in my house? I'm not talking to them. I'm making it clear. My whole household, my whole thing, we are supporting the very first female prime minister of the PNM, which is Penelope Beckles. So all this time is longer than trying. No problem. That's good enough. But that go wait for the next. That go be for the next. That go wait for the next. That go wait for the next a decade when Miss Beckles serve about she 5 term or she 5 years, and that go come back again. So I want to tell you, Darren Marcel, Jennifer Frederick, all of that, the penny haters, time is longer than twine, but time is also young as well too.
Don't use the word hate, sir. I don't hate Penelope. For the record, it's not hate.
When you start to attack today, you will get bites. Trust me.
Yeah. Come and attack Penny.
Let me hear from Chatter. Let me hear from Chatter. Chatter.
But we saying right now, once you come here and you attack Miss Penelope Beckles, wherever you get your take. You understand? And all I back in my team members and them who curse you, who disrespect you, take that. You cannot come on this live, on this platform, and disrespect Miss Penelope Beckles, no way. Because me and my whole family, we back in Miss Penelope Beckles 101%. You understand? And when Dr. Keith Rowley did put Stuart Young there to be the Prime Minister, and people refuse him, that is why the PNM lost the election. You understand? People not ready for Stuart Young to be the Prime Minister. And if they put Ms. Beckles there, we would have a Prime Minister there who cares and who's seen about the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Not like the present government who's there, who is victimizing the people. You understand then? So anytime you come up here and trying to talk about our next prime minister in waiting, where you get your take? And I find it still kind of lay you off kind of easy.
Well, he say he have a thick skin. He say he have a thick skin, but I want to hear what Anaska Ramon saying about that because you hear a man coming and think. What you want to say, Anaska Ramon?
Hi, well, we are all on Penny's side, right? And I am backing her 100%. We would have given this Kamala-led government another chance, knowing what they did back then in 2015. We would have given them another chance. I'm saying for everyone, this is a different dispensation. The Keith Rowley-led administration is no longer there. Let us give her a chance. Let us give her the opportunity to prove herself. We already had Rowley to deal with for 10 years. People find he was aggressive, he was a pit bull, he was this, that. Now it's time for a different leadership.
Thank you.
We want Penelope Beckles. Give her a chance. Knowing what the UNC did under the People's Partnership, people give Kamala another chance. Let us give Penelope a chance. Right? Stop talking down to her, stop making her stop inventing all kind of nonsense and making her seem weak. Take a look at what Kamala is doing. Kamala is a no-show. So I'm saying to everybody, give Penelope a chance.
Well, right. So we have a caller online. Caller, I know he was holding on for quite a while. What's your contribution on the show tonight?
Okay. Good evening to you, sir.
Yes, good evening
to everyone. What I am going to say is a little, is not on your topic, but I have to highlight this because this is about poor people's concern.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, listen to me, people. Well, I don't want this to happen to nobody because it can happen. I am in a business with Quartz in Arriba. So I went to pay every month. I just go and pay my bill. My bill does come up to, I just paid 2 different purchases that I had, higher purchases. One does come up to $504. The other one does come up to $218. That is $722. I don't make joke with that. I have a clean record. I have all my bills. Whenever I go to pay a bill, my wife does record the bill. She puts it in a book. I've been dealing with them for years, and this problem here occurred this month. Every first of the month, I go to pay. I go to pay me $722, but I also just pay surpluses. I have my bills. So I went this month here, the first of the month. Normally, I just meet up 2 machines. I met another machine. I say, hey, they have 3 machines here, man. I say, okay. So I was introduced to the 3rd machine, which is the new machine. I go on, I punch in inside to the machine information. They bring up my 2 accounts. One showing $504, one showing $218. I dip in my pocket. I had money on me. I pulled out $700. And I have other change. I put in $100, $200 until it reached the 7. Listen, people. I know all you have common sense. So listen. I pushed in. It reached $700. I turned around to my wife. My wife was browsing. I said, because I know she have singles. I said, look, I ain't staying long by this machine. I pull the next $20. Because when I pull out the $700, I pull out a $20 and $1. Right? I decide not to put the $21. I pull out the next $20 and I put it in the machine. The machine recorded in front of me $740. So which means it have an $18 surplus. The machine also told me that $18 will go to my account. You know, when the machine let go a receipt to me, you know what the receipt is saying? $540. Immediately, I alerted a clerk. People, listen. This is God's truth that has been spoken to. Listen. Right. The bill says $540. I've gone directly to the clerk. I explained to the clerk. The clerk watched the bill and said, but the clerk is agreeing with what she said. I say, you're not listening to what I'm telling you. I now put in $740 in the machine. And instead that it records $740, when I get in my bill, my receipt, I get in $540. They don't want to believe me. So when the girl realized that I'm so stern on what's going on, she carried me to a supervisor. Supervisor listen to me attentively and tell me what they will have to do. They will have to, when the day's sale is finished, and that was over the weekend, yeah, you will then have to come next week, please God, which is this week, right? And they will let me know what's going on. I said, all right. Today I in the garden doing some spraying because I'm planning that I will go to courts tomorrow, please God, for rectification. My wife is getting a call, telling them, they're asking for me, you know, they're telling her that they did a redress on the bill and how the bill is $500 and they believe what they see. I say, what? I say, and they didn't tell you to tell me to come, but my wife now know that I will not accept that. So she let them know and she said, listen, my husband is going to come in tomorrow, please God. They say, all right, hear this word. All right, let him come. Now, tell me people, my hard-earned money, these machines, you have to be very careful. A friend of mine went yesterday to the bank. He gets his pay. And when he go to the bank, not a cent. He has money in the bank, saved. And when he pulled back out his card, the card is saying, you don't have no money in this bank. You know, when he went, I make sure I carry by the bank this morning, early, before I went in the garden. I tell him, I say, I want it to be number 4 or number 3 or whatever, but I carry it. I carry my drop in by the bank. You know, everything was rectified. So there's scamming going on. There's scamming going on here. And I'm warning my poor people. People, be careful. I know many of you all have business with courts. Please be careful of what is being done. Be careful. Especially if you're paying for 2 accounts or 3 accounts one time, it's dangerous. Best you pay one account piece by piece by piece. So I'm begging my people, be careful. Now, hear what's going on. I have to go by them tomorrow, please God. And when I visit them tomorrow, I ain't going to quarrel. I have proof. I have God on my side and I have proof. And I am going to inform you all and the rest of the nation what went on.
Yes.
So thanks for the hearing. I had to highlight this. God bless you. God bless the program.
But
God
brother,
bless you all. Thanks for this time.
yeah, brother, feel free to call us back tomorrow because people go want to hear update on that.
And Mr. Jeffrey, before the
You
caller
will get
go,
it.
or if you go, before the
You will get
caller
it.
go, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, eh? Me caller, listen to me, eh? You is not the first person. He must gone already, but
Yeah,
you
you
go hear
got.
me.
Yeah.
All you know is at that time, I had a problem with courts. Where I would have let the bank do a consolidation for me, where the bank would have paid off all where I was owing, like courts and wherever. And lo and behold, I get a letter stating that I take out some exercise machine. Me don't go in no gym. Me don't have no space in my house for exercise machine. When I went in, they saying that they seen where I would have taken out an exercise machine with a balance of $9,000 and change. I say, what? I said, well, if I take out something cost that amount and it is in arrears, show me where I sign because I must sign a contract. And Big AV knows writing me stating that I owe, and I said, but I show me the contract where I would have signed to take out this exercise machine. They can't show me the contract. So yes, I believe yes, if the machine and all, even some of the sales clerk and all is beyond folly. Because the other day, one of the sales rep come by me to deliver something, and it's something as I wanted, and he write down on a piece of paper because he didn't want the other comrade who came to deliver the stuff to know. He said, if you want this, you can call me at this number, you'll get it at a cheaper price. So it's bubble and corruption all wrong. So call you and lie, I believe you.
Huh. So all kind of thing taking place. Oh God, let me answer Granny 69. Good evening, Granny. Use the last caller for the night. Good evening. Granny, well, Granny God. So Trinidad and Tobago, I mean, we come up to the
You wanted to say something. Trinity
Yes.
say you leave she for last.
Wow.
Trinity, go ahead.
I have two things to say. Courts is a criminal organization, you know. Courts steady robbing people. You understand? And that is thing when they like to call on your phone and there still be a piece. You understand? And I see courts do a lot of people, a lot of things. Courts just do it for Christmas every year. They just sweeten you up for Christmas and come with the blue. I just see my neighbor them. Courts coming with the blue tarpaulin and bringing goods. And by February, they come in with the yellow tarpaulin to come back fed. And I just look at my galley. Because I know courts just use that they like to do that for Christmas. I don't go in court for nothing. Courts can get my money. Another thing too, I want to tell Mr. ZTT. Mr. Z, nobody in against you, brother. But they can't come up here and talk about Penelope Beckles. Because at the end of the day, sir, we need a mother and a nation. And right now, the country, the current PM is not a mother to us right now. It's like she have we on current punishment. You understand? And right now we need a nurturing mother. We need somebody who could watch me and tell me it's going to be okay.
Yes,
you will
ma'am.
be alright. You will stop crying just now. We need a mother who could put a smile on we face. Because all we doing is crying. And Miss Penelope Beckles will be the woman to put a smile on my face just now. So don't come up here and look for nothing against Penelope. Don't talk about she. Because I just like Rowley, I raging bull and I come fair. I was on Xavier, I just get a little blight tonight. But you're lucky I wasn't in my dragon mode. I said I deal with you. I see when you realize me punching on you, you have to use your little mouse squeaky voice. That I tell you use your man voice, speak up.
I have a cold. Trinity have a cold. I don't know squeaky voice.
Oh yeah. You have a cold?
Yeah. Listen to a cold. Right? Okay.
Tonic. But what I'm saying is, they can't come up here and talk about Miss Penelope because we're not having that.
Well,
And I want to tell the nation, this all the people who hate Penelope Beckles, allow the lady to breathe. Leave the lady alone.
Oh, like Darren
Allow
Marshall.
she to breathe. Right? Allow she to breathe and give she some space. Because you see, when she come back in 2030, she have to fix all the crap that the UNC is doing before she can even focus on her own manifesto. So leave she alone. And as for Stuart, nobody has no problem against Stuart Young. We just do him as Prime Minister. But nobody has have a problem with Stuart Young. He can be a good energy minister. He will make a great energy minister, but not a great Prime Minister. I am sorry. And that's my contribution.
Well, Trinity, well, I know you have a I'm dynamic. So, Zed, you realize the platform that we are here tonight. We have some heavy hitters on the platform. So, we come to the edge of the program where we would have gone a little bit further than usual, as all the rest of times that we just do it. So, I will call on the full panel to come with your closing contribution. This is not a book. I don't read out a book, oh God, or I don't preach. We done preach already. So what's you all open closing contribution here tonight? Or you could go in order now, man. Or you go in order. What's your closing contribution?
Alright, so my closing contribution is this. Our platform is not biased, right? Trinidad and Tobago. We are open to everybody's contribution on either side. What we do have a problem with, please, if your intention is to come up here and try to discredit Penny, we will unleash the wrath on you guys. Thank you very much. This is my closing contribution. I love you guys. The comment section, Trinity, Chatter, Xavier, all in pleasant. Good night. I love you guys. Max, Dudu, Mweng.
Right, so Chatter, come now, man, committed, battle like Lara.
Chatter knock out. Chatter run too much like. Oh.
Yeah, one thing I just say, right? Too much people now getting buyout, right? And it's time for we to put country first in front of money, right? Don't end up like Stacks and NCW and the rest of them who get buyout. You understand? To come to tell a narrative. You can't come here with that Zen TV. Wherever Stuart Young paying you, go somewhere to that money. We don't want it.
But
right? That might good.
Before you go somewhere else with the money, let him donate something to the program. So on Friday we open the bank account, let him donate some Stuart Young money to the program. So let me send Xavier, what's your closing comment here tonight?
Zed, brother, we are all in the same family. Don't worry yourself. We still love you. We still love Stuart Young. Yes, everybody have a hand to play. But right now, in the words of Denise Plummer, woman is boss. Penny is boss. She gonna beat them in the east. She gonna beat them in the west. She gonna beat them in Tobago. She gonna beat them in Central. Greatest Penelope Beckers. Greatest Penelope Beckers. And you and Darren, Marcel, Jennifer, Frederick, only want to regroup and come again now.
Well, with that, I call in on ZTT for his closing comments. He finally say back broad. He take licks some more here. ZTT, what's your
say? Yeah, I would just say this is not a fetting here, you know, this is madness. That is my closing comment.
So you're calling me here madness?
Lily man alone, man. Goodness, Lily man.
I'm ready to go with your whole juggler. Trinity, you give me a closing comment?
Yeah, I just want to say this as my closing comment.
Yes, good.
Trinity Godson again. Trinity Godson.
I just want to say this to the fish. To the fish. To the fish, Lyndon Mark. Lyndon Mark. I realize you're lonely. I realize you're lonely. I realize that. And from what I gather from Mr. Workers' right video on you, you're a fish. And you ain't like woman. And it's okay, brother. I ain't gonna discriminate against you because my big sister, warrior princess, tell me stop doing it. Ola, I strongly despise them, but she tell me stop doing it. But you're a big fish like David Welch and them. I understand, too. You like it in a spot, but we gonna leave it alone there. Raw talk, mind your business. Mind your business, Raw talk. This is the last time Trinity will be telling Raw talk to mind your business. I will start doing a 10-part series on you, Raw talk, the next time you come from a team, I will start here. And when I start here, I will not stop. I will air out all your dirty laundry like when you had your panty in the sink. Mind your business.
Which sink?
So you don't know when you take
calm down on yourself. And that's Kanamon, what's your closing contribution? Hey, calm down yourself. Let me get to the next panelist. What's your closing comment here tonight? We go talk that another time. So if Raw Talk decide to come for we will come for she. Let she know that. So Kanamon, what's your closing comment here tonight?
To the people who supported Stuart would have had his time, and they have chosen Penny. Let us give Penny a chance. Let us support her. She needs all the help that she can get. All hands is needed on board to make this thing a reality for her. Right? And take a look at her. Take a look at her disposition. She is for the people. She loves the people. She is open. She is motherly, as opposed to the Prime Minister, who doesn't care about the citizens and the mothers who's suffering. People, things hard for people out there, and the Prime Minister just don't care. So I'm saying all of this to say, let us give Penelope Beckles a chance. She can turn things around. She can make things right. Right the wrongs that was done by the Keith Rowley-led administration. This is not the same. The players are gone. So let us give her a chance. Good night, everyone.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here tonight and, taking some time off from...
Hey, Zen TV. Zen TV, how much Stuart you paying you, boy? How much Stuart you paying you to come and betray the country?
Yeah,
to be a
Judas. Or you're making a statement?
I asking you a question, how much he paying you?
You know he paying me? Yeah, that's what I want to know that.
All that we have offered. All have been offered, so I know you've been offered.
I just want to know if you know he paying me.
Chatta, let me leave that for next time.
Have a good night.
Yes, man. Yeah, I would like to see everybody back here tomorrow, including you, ZTV. Good night to you, sir.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Respect, man.
Well, Trinidad and Tobago, to the many of you that are outside today, we conclude the show in which we were having several discussions concerning what is taking place here in Trinidad and Tobago and the scumbags and them that come up to defend certain people outside here. But what we are saying is this: just as Christ rejected the demons and them to speak, we are rejecting those political swags that come on social media and talk rubbish to the people of this country. We are rejecting you on this program. And with that, we are out.
You know,
David Jones, yes? A man of the sea. A great sailor. Until he ran afoul of that which vexed all men.
What vexes all men?
A woman. He fell in love. My sweet. It was a woman that's changing and harsh and untamable as the sea. You come for me.
You were expecting me.
He never stopped loving her. But the pain it caused him was too much to live with. But not enough to cause him to die.
What exactly did he put into the chest?
Your heart.
When we could be together again, you weren't there. You loved her. She's the one. And then you betrayed her. She pretended to love me. Why weren't you there? She betrayed me.
This is my fate. If this is the path the gods have truly set me upon, then they will not see me fall.
The gods would set you on the proper path. All you have to do is close your eyes and place yourself in their hands.
And if you are wrong, then I will give your city a great spectacle of blood. Blood and honor. It speaks to the man.
Do you not see it in his eyes? This is a man with dreams of blood and glory.
forged in the heat of battle. The power, the passion,